shit on? Oh god. I think we're on. I think we're good. We up? We here? Okay. That's not working. Hello? Refresh it. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. So here we are. Getting closer to the microphone. Um more skulls. Believe it or not, more skulls. I think we have maybe either the rest of today side profile or side profile here and then switch to the other perspective. If you're wondering, I already beat you to it. I already restarted it. But yeah, well, fuck is that noise? We'll go ahead and see where this takes us. Okay. Alrighty. I have been trying to like do a little practice on the tablet, but I don't know what it is. I just feel like I can't get as, not that I get particularly straight lines here, but I can't get as like consistent lines, I guess. I just keep fucking up, I guess. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Um just doesn't feel right to me. Should probably have turned my fan on, but I guess we're gonna fucking send it. That seems way too large. Let's get zoomed. I think maybe part of it is I'm usually on the tablet, not on a solid surface. So maybe that's what's going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just struggling. Okay. I'm in like this weird space, I guess, where I really want to draw like a lot, but I don't know. I just don't. I just don't feel like I can. I don't like. I don't want to. It's so stupid. No. Why am I struggling so much with this? By the way, if you follow the gaming shit, it did in fact turn out that I did end my Borderlands 4 stream at the very end of the main story. I kind of fucked that up. Um, and I guess I gotta start some DLC soon. I did the Mercenary Day DLC, and if you recall, if you followed that, I think like the first day I played, I picked up the quest for that. And there were some really major fucking spoilers. I mean, one of them you could guess, I suppose, but there's some pretty major spoilers in there for main story. So it's a good thing I was like, well, it would probably be good to get loot now, but yeah, it would have been real bad if I had just gone with it. If I had just said, well, you know, how bad could it be? Okay. I feel like this is too long and too narrow compared to the original, but like I don't know what to do about it. Like I can't make it thinner or thicker because it's just gonna look like ass. Ow. That's just gonna have to do, I guess. We're just gonna send it. If I spend any more time on this, I'm gonna be fucking tired of it. I feel like ultimately Borderlands was, it's not like a bad game, but it's just kind of disappointing. It just doesn't feel like I was playing a Borderlands game, and that sucks. Right? Because I paid for Borderlands, I wanted Borderlands. I got Rage 2 in a Borderlands costume. You know? Like it was just an okay game. It didn't really have any of the intrigue that another Borderlands would have. Like, at least 3 had kind of an interesting backstory to it, where, spoilers for 3, I suppose, but, you know, where the main, as annoying and obnoxious as they were, the main antagonists were the kids of, like, a former hero, right? And that's kind of cool, right? That's kind of a decent little twist, you know? There was just nothing redeeming about the main story in this. And it's like left, it just kind of abruptly ends. Like, you just, spoilers for 4, you just kill the guy who has been your main antagonist this whole time very uneventfully, and like without any real build up to him. I mean, I guess the whole game was kind of build up to him, but like not in any good way. Like, I don't know. He just was like, I guess I'll die now. I don't know. I thought maybe they were going the route where the guy was baiting us into killing him. Like, I thought that's what the whole thing was, but it turned out not to be. I don't know. They didn't really go over it. It just, like I said, it just kind of fucking ends, right? You just kill him, and then you kill this other guy who had no reason to be mad at us, and it made no sense whatsoever. They just completely fucking wasted that character and opportunity. Fucking joke. Like, they just, like I said, they just wasted it. They just like decided, oh yeah, by the way, he's a bad guy now. You know, like they just decided and expected us to go along with it. Um, but you then just literally right after that, you don't really get any explanation or like a real exposition as to why the timekeeper was suddenly, and the reason I think it wasn't supposed to be he wanted to be free. He just kind of became like this dude about mayhem, because I feel like since 3, that's kind of been their catchphrase, uh, mayhem. So like you just go and you kill him, and then right after you just kill the next guy, and it's like no explanation, no, I don't know, like no point. It felt so pointless. Like, why did we didn't have to fight that guy. It just didn't make sense. And then he just gets killed. So you suddenly, you tried to build the one guy up as a major villain, and maybe he was just misunderstood and baiting us, but no, actually that wasn't it, and you just killed him. And then the other guy you were suddenly trying to build up because he's insane, you just uneventfully kill him. That's it. What the fuck were they doing with that, man? Like, I don't know. It's like the fucking writers. Like I said, I while I was playing it last night, actually, I swear to God, they put in like an AI script thing, and we're just like, make me a Borderlands themed open world RPG. Like, That's what it feels like they did, because none of the stories feel like tied up or tied in particularly well. Like it just feels so hollow and like meaningless. The characters don't feel like they matter very much. There was like never any real attachment to them. Fuck, this is getting real confusing here. Who said my phone could do anything? What is this? How do I stop VGen from sending me fucking emails? Like, I've never actually used it. I just, like, looked around to see, like, what it might cost to get, like, a real model. And there's really no definitive answer because a lot of them aren't very clear on if it's a 3D model, they're not very clear on what they can do for you. And they're just like, if you have questions, ask. But it's like, why don't you just tell me? Why don't you inform me of your capabilities? And then a lot of them, unfortunately, are just blatant scams. So there'll be like 10 different models that are their, I guess, references, like uh, their portfolio. It's like things they've done before, but then like the really egregious ones will just have like professional VTuber models, like big VTuber models as their thing, but it'll be like in 10 different styles. So, you know, it'll be like very clear that it's probably either not the same person doing all of these, and maybe they're what's pretty common I think is like I don't know what to call it other than a sweatshop. It's like a division of people where I imagine the artists don't make very much and they're just like told to create this like whatever art. So you know, create this and that's what you get. You know, you get paid what you get. They don't get like the real commission. They get like a portion of whatever. Um yeah, this isn't going to work. Jesus Christ, what have I done, man? Um I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of them are, but like it'll be here's we'll just go with the famous Iron Mouse. Yeah, you're telling me this dude made that and they're not credited. Okay, fine, sure. Maybe it's an old model or something, or they'll usually actually just use their current model. But you know, you expect me to believe that you made that, and then there's like another model that's in a completely different style. Like I said, it'll be just completely different. And I'm just supposed to be like, oh yeah, that seems legit. Like, no, you didn't make that. You didn't do any of this, right? It'll be like 10 of them that are really just insanely good, and maybe one of them is like mid or just straight up ass, and it's like probably what you actually get. And I guess that's probably how they get away with it, because it's probably just like, yeah, so you got one of the types, you know, it just was whoever was working on it that day, and you got that one. But like it'll just be complete ass. Man, I really fucked this up. I feel like I got lost in the lines. What if we do something like that? Something like that. Oh, it's so big. Okay. I don't like that. I'm so lost right now. Like, what? Fuck's sake, dude. What am I doing? Why is this shit so difficult? feel like every time I do this, I get worse. Okay. What if I draw it like just already done? And then we connect the dots type of deal. Maybe that'll help. Feel like I might have too many layers here. I still maintain that my teeth do not do this. I don't know if I'm the weird one, but mine definitely do not protrude up and out. It's just like kind of straight up and down. I guess if you want to consider it, all right, let me just do how I feel like it is. So the teeth shape is kind of like that, but like it kind of maybe comes up from like the root here, if that makes sense. We'll just call that a root. Right? So it like goes like that, but the tooth itself doesn't really like lean like that. I guess maybe that's just their way of portraying it. But like the tip of the tooth is like what's the word for that? In on the same axis as the root? I think I do have like one tooth that's actually the opposite. Um and it's like I think it grew in wrong because I had a tooth that just didn't come out. And it's kind of like more like this, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think this is how a jaw look, but whatever. Let me just take my jaw out. I mean, it gives a general idea, and that's what I really need. Oh wait, we don't want that here. So for here, we want to come out to here and there. Okay. God, this looks so fucking bad. What am I doing? I'm like so lost right now. Why is this coming out so much worse? I feel like it wasn't this bad last week. Or last week, Wednesday. I feel like it was okay Wednesday. Jesus, dude, what is this? Why is it just like not easy? I don't know. I feel like I was able to just like kind of crank out a couple of fucking lines. And this just doesn't even look okay. Is it the angle I'm working from? This eye feels too small for the rest of the face. This just ain't it, man. I need to shrink this as well. Actually, I should be able to just do this. Fuck, that's so bad. Didn't I don't know. Like nothing individually felt that bad. I just couldn't get the scaling right here. I feel like it's still way off. Bro. I can't catch a break, man. What am I doing? Why is this so ass? Why is this just like not right? What did I do? I feel like I did the exact same thing that I have done for all the other ones, and they've come out better. So, like, okay, I can understand that maybe those were also wrong, but like, why did those look better than this? I did this all wrong. All right, you know what? Fuck it. No, we got to start over. That's just not. Let's just come back. We got to bring it back, man. I usually like to save the mistakes. I need that to not be on the page. Let's just do what we need to do. Okay. Okay. That's way off. A bit better. This distance is somehow way off. This is too big. How am I doing this, man? Fuck it. We just gotta go with it. We just gotta go with it. We're having way too much trouble today. It's not it's just one of those days, I guess. I don't fucking know. No. What? What did I do? How would This should be in line. Get out. Stop it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. I just like cannot do anything. It like feels so right when I do like this feels fine. But like I just cannot line it up. I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. If anything, it should be better because I've done a lot more practicing between my shit. Maybe that's it. Maybe my hand is just too fatigued. I don't fucking know. I just cannot get this to look okay. Well, of course we are. I think maybe we just get off. I think that's our only option. Get off and give up. This just isn't going anywhere today. Why is it so big? Jesus, dude. And now it's too small. All right, let's just fucking send it. I can't do it, man. What do I do? I just can't fucking do it. Okay. Okay. I know it doesn't look quite right, but I think this is our only option. What am I looking at, man? Like, do I need to open my eyes wider? Let some more light in? Is that what's going on here? This isn't right. Like, I can't do it. I don't know what the fuck changed. It was literally like okay. You know, I feel like Wednesday we were good. We could have done this. I just don't know what the fuck changed. Am I on like the wrong settings? Is it just my hands and eyes? I'm about to erase all this again. It's not good. I can't I can't get the right shapes out. I don't understand. Like I'm literally looking at it and I'm drawing it as it is, but it just doesn't work. I just can't do it. Which is crazy because we came, close enough before. So I don't know what changed. I don't fucking care. I know that's not it. We just need that there to help with the lines. Okay. So that comes down. This is too wide, but I gotta just get something done. We need to just like move on. God, this looks so fucking bad. Why can't I draw a line? I don't understand. What is happening? Jesus. I don't think any of that's changed because I've been avoiding it because I don't really know what it does. Okay. Let's not do that. All right. So now we have to somehow draw the nose that we just can't seem to fucking draw. What part is this? Didn't I have something here? Okay. I think my neighbors have something like hanging on the fence or something, and I keep fucking hearing it. It's driving me crazy. It's just too far. Maybe like here. Something like that, maybe. I'm gonna lose it. I I don't know what to do. This just is not it, but I gotta do something, man. It's not coming out far enough. I've never spent this long trying to like just get the sketch down, I don't think. Not like at this point. Maybe early on the whole thing being a sketch, but like since we've been able to like move on to like line art, we usually just get it out and then like I can just move on. But this I just can't seem to do it today. And it's crazy because I did it Wednesday. I literally did like an okay one Wednesday. I was like, "Oh, this will be a lot smoother." We had everything else to work from. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. Like I just cannot do it. Now looking at this is so fucking off. I can't make this longer. It's already too long. What do I do? I what am I doing wrong? That's as long as I can go. Like I'm already way too long on this line. I have to cut it back. It's just too long. So how do I do this when this is too small if I go any smaller? Guess we're just gonna send it. All right, let's undo all of this. Okay. 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 Just isn't gonna be right. I can already tell, but I I can't keep doing this, man. I'm gonna fucking rage quit if we don't get something on the fucking page that's like acceptable. We'll just leave that. It's fine. I'm gonna lose my shit, man. This is somehow not wide enough, but already feels way too fucking wide. I don't know how to put it other than that. It's too wide, but I can't fit everything that needs to go on here. So I guess we're just gonna pray that we can fucking figure this out. I think what I'm gonna do is try and do this skull, and then I'm gonna draw something else other than skulls. Maybe it's just too much skull. I'm just getting so fucking like fed up with these lines and like I'm so lost in them. The problem I think isn't so much like I mean, my lines are terrible and inconsistent, but the problem is looking back and forth and like it's literally just, you know, and I'm like, what am I fucking looking at? And it just gets so lost sometimes because I'm like looking up and down, and it would not help if I had it here because that would just frustrate the fuck out of me. Um, Plus, then I'd have to contend with the problem that I have with this, and that's that it's at an angle, and sometimes I can't see, stuff the same level of detail. Okay. Jesus Christ, why is my fucking back have to hurt right now, too? Can we maybe get a break, please? Thank you. Please. I don't know what that is, man. I don't fucking know, but that's what you're gonna get, I guess. What is that? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't care. I do not care. We're done. Moving on. This is gonna be such a fucking long head, man. Okay. Guess we're losing tracking. The phone doing. Didn't ask for it. Don't care. Okay. Let's keep her going. It's way too thick. Well, that's unfortunate. I think this is actually supposed to be this. Okay. It's, okay. We can maybe work with this. Bro, what is this? Fuck it. We're fine. I really hate when it zooms out when I'm clearly trying to zoom in. And of course now it zooms in when I'm trying to zoom out. Just gonna give this a rest for a moment. We gotta try and get this little frontal lobe working. This looks so fucking bad. Alright. Part I've been dreading. Can I lock this? No way to lock it. I think I squeezed it too much. Back out. Yeah. No. Fuck. Okay. Think we're as good as we're gonna get. I think it's a little squished and a little squeezed, but I'm stuck, man. I'm so fucking I can't do it. Like I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like nothing is working the same way. Okay? Alright, let's ignore that. Let's move on. Not gonna work, not gonna bother. Okay. This is not coming out particularly well, by the way. We'll go with that. I don't think that's quite right, but I guess we won't. I don't know. Maybe like that. Also not right, but feels a little better somehow. Okay. Let's try and maybe work on this eye. I don't know. It really did help having this in here, but also it's been bothering me the whole time, so we can't maybe get real close. There we go. Okay. Christ, dude, why was that so difficult? And it's like such a fucking mid sketch. The eye is way too small. The fucking nose is too big and too small at the same time. Like it's too big for the rest of the proportions, but it's too small. The back of the head is too big. The jaw is just so fucking lopsided, man. How did I like struggle this much? All right. Let's try and see if we can't do some Lart cleanup. I guess we'll hit it with 5 because I can't seem to get it to 4. I don't like this. Whatever. This is way wrong here, but I just kind of got to work. We can't keep just spending all this time on like singular tiny lines. It's just gonna never get anywhere. I'm just gonna get frustrated, and it's like, it's not gonna get better. We're gonna stay frustrated. We're gonna stay, you know, where we are. Nothing's gonna improve. Fuck, I don't even know what this is, man. It's so hard to look at. What am I doing? This shit's fucking ass. Not even in a good way. That don't feel right. Just keep going. Been having too many struggles to try and focus on the shit because it's just not gonna get better. So we might as well work with what we've got and make what we've got the best it can be. Yay, my neighbor's puppy's barking. Let's go. Can't wait for that to go on for like 3 hours and they don't do anything about it. How did I do that? Should have been the hand tool. The hand jobby tool, if you will. As the French would call it. I don't know. I'm not French. I wouldn't know. I don't think the French would know either because the French don't seem to know, you know? Like, they just don't. They're not in the know. They're French. Do you think French people, like, think in French? Is it subtitled? How do people think? My understanding is a lot of people don't think. Um, you know? Why is this so difficult? Hi, how are you? This is, I don't know about it being deep. Um, this is not going too well. I cannot seem to draw a straight line. What language were people's thoughts, though, like, before language, you know what I mean? What was it? Spaghetti straight until it gets wet? Oh my god. That's incredible. I guess spaghetti's also, you know, like soft. It's limp until it gets dry, right? What the hell's spaghetti doing over there? Fuck are the Italians doing? You know, to be fair, well, I guess, you know, you probably just have fresh pasta. Pasta. Spaghettoni. My old sophomore. Oh, Krita. Oh, no. You're not a fan of Krita? Uh, obviously, I'm pretty new to it, so I just haven't felt like it made sense to like pay for a subscription to Clip Studio Paint. Honestly, I don't know that I'll ever pay for a subscription. Like, I'll buy a service, you know, but paying a subscription sounds like a fucking scam to me. My understanding as well is Krita's probably actually like, while maybe a bit overwhelming, it's probably one of the best. Like, there's a lot of features here that I, as someone who's kind of ass and pretty new, probably won't get to use or know how to use for a while yet. Um, but there's like things here that like a lot of things don't even have, even the paid ones. I'm pretty sure, what was it, the it's like the straighten line tool just came to Clip Studio Paint, and I don't know that Krita. I think Krita does have it. It's like some sort of snap to and magnetism setting, but like Pen Up, which is what I used to use on my tablet because it came with it, um, had that from the start. And I thought people just didn't use it when I would like watch their stuff because it's like, well, you don't really learn as much if you just let the thing straighten your lines for you. That was my thought process. But it turns out they just weren't using it because most of them use Clip Studio Paint and it didn't have it. I will say Krita for Android kind of sucks. Like there seems to be no way to shrink this. And so I keep like, even with a glove, I keep like tapping things. Um, I don't know. I gotta figure out how to like permanently snap it to a direction so that it stops fucking bothering me. But I can't seem to get that. It seems to reset if I do anything. I mean, it's forgotten the recording dock as well before when I clearly had it on. Big. I don't like that. I think the best thing, like the biggest selling point for me, maybe switching to Clip Studio would be it seems a lot easier to get different like brushes and like custom brushes. That seems super useful. But like other than that, it doesn't really seem to have that much to offer over this. Cause like while this is free, I assume they sell any personal info they collect off of me. But that probably just happens with Clip Studio Paint, and I'm just paying them to do it too. Kind of like, you know, like an Adobe subscription. Like, you know, they're just selling my info anyway, so why don't they just give it to me for free? Bastards. Most brushes are free. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god. Can create a document for free? Okay. Trying almost a decade. Oh, you don't pay for it? Oh, you use the I thought there was like some features disabled in like the I guess the non-subscription version. One-time payments. Oh my god. So my understanding, I guess, with it was that you could do the one-time payment, and that's the version you get. If there's an update and there's something you want in it, you had to do another one-time payment and you pay like full price. There was like no upgrade price. And then like the subscription was you can use whatever version you want effectively, you know, as long as it's part of your subscription package, I guess. So like whatever the latest one was is what you got from your subscription. I thought that's what the whole deal was with that. But I guess I was wrong. Classic. Yo, why this shit look like ass? Okay, let's zoom out. We gotta do that inner eye. Sales on their one-time payments. Ooh. Oh. Maybe I'll stare for a sale, see if I like it, and then I can always switch back or something, right? Where the fuck did my stupid resizey boy go? There it is. All right. How bad is this? Man, my lines are like extra wobbly today. I'm just not that guy. I'm not him, man. All right. Let's actually undo that. Let's copy, we'll paste, and then we're gonna do the graying strat to try and show some level of shading here. Ye old graying strat, you know the one. So we grab a dark gray, change it to that, and then put it at like 30% opacity. And hey, oh man, I just realized that this whole thing back here, I should probably put like a line. All right, fuck it, who cares? It's not my problem. All right, so we'll hit him with that. Hit him with that, hit him with that, hit him with that. Yeah. Okay. Did I just fucking gray a line? I didn't. I just somehow didn't gray that. How did I do that? It may be worth looking into. So let's darken this area because we can. All right, it looks like we gotta like figure out something for this. I just don't know how to express this right now as like relatively 2D lines. I mean, we're just not there, I guess. So we'll probably just not. Classic. Classic. Have we considered just not? Some of these will have to come back with maybe like a white and do the same strat to try and get some level of notice here. Okay. This one's complicated here because it like is darker here and lighter there. I'm lazy though, so we're not gonna even bother. All right, so we got a little bit of that going. So let's whip out the white. So that should be a little lighter. Then you make that quite light. Yeah, a little lighter. Kind of looks like you got a silver tooth now. This is also one of those ones where like it should be darker at the top and then like lighter at the bottom. But I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, so it's not, you know, classic. Also, I really don't understand this model's lighting still. Like, where's the light coming from? How is it that this panel can be that much lighter and then this whole panel is like darker? Like, this whole panel is darker than that on that. What was bro up to? What's bro's devious ass doing? Your friend who's an art student at university is in Krita? Oh. All right. I feel like, so for me, I started with actually PenUp, which is apparently it's like a Samsung Galaxy app. It is available on Windows, but I don't think it's available on like an iPad or something. I started with that because I bought like a Samsung Galaxy 10 or whatever because it was on sale for like 200 bucks, and I was like, okay, this is how I'll start. And that's like how I started. It had like a pre-built-in recording thing, and it was kind of simple, like especially compared to Krita now. But it mostly just had like some pen stuff that, like, if I look at it now, it's a lot more customizable than I realized. But at the time, I was just doing black and white, so it didn't even matter. Like just straight up black and white sketches. I didn't really understand. Mostly just like single pen size stuff. Just trying to get a little bit of line going, and I use that, and then I switched to Krita because I got this ViewSonic tablet. I don't even know if it's technically a drawing tablet. They call it like a pen a pen screen or something, but it was like 55 bucks or something. So I just picked it up. I was like, you know what? For 55 bucks, I can do that. I can then screen capture, I can stream it, and my other option was a 13-inch version of this. This is the 12-inch version for like 80 bucks. I was like, well, what the fuck am I gonna need another inch for 30 bucks? Come on, that's the biggest scam of my life. Um, Now I feel like I need like a 30-inch tablet that has like a multi-angle thing so I can look at like everything all at once. But that's kind of why I switched to Krita, because it was like on the Samsung tablet, I was using PenUp, which came with it for free. And then this, I didn't want to download the PenUp thing because I was like, well, what the fuck is PenUp? Like everyone else is using other stuff. Maybe I'll switch to Krita. I already knew about Krita. So I was like, I'll try Krita on here. And then it just got really confusing switching between like that layout and that one. So I switched to Krita on that. And then I just didn't, like I said, I didn't do with Clip Studio or Ibis or whatever. There's like one other one, I think, but oh, there's more than one other one, but I was just like, fuck it, I don't know what I'm doing, so we'll just go with free. And everything I also looked into said this actually had like way more features than pretty much anything else. I knew it had more features than PenUp, but like it was just so overwhelming at the time. Like I still don't even really get colorized mask. Like I can't get it to work right for me. Shading on skulls is lighter and darker on different sides due to light reflection. I get that, but where's the light coming from in this situation? That it's so like on this original model that I'm using, that is something somebody made. The the inner eye, for example, is like dark up top, light up bottom, right? But then, okay, if the light's coming from this way, which maybe it is, because like all the light's coming from this direction, and then that's lighter, this is darker, and this is like lighter, but then this is actually supposed to be lighter than here, according to that. And I'm doing it like block segmented, so there's a lot less, right? Like they have it really dark right here, and then like really dark right here, and then like really light here. And this is like a gradient from like dark to light. So like I get that I'm not being 100% accurate, but I don't feel like this original model was quite right because it's way lighter like here and here than it is, for example, right here. Or again, if the light's like face on, shouldn't this mostly just be like white? Oh, Clip Studio has built-in 3D models. Ah, that's something I was wondering about. So this is there's a creator called PCAT, and this is where I found that model. This is from Sketchfab. This was on like one of her how she got better at drawing faces or something thing. He gets to go. She's like the only one I found where like I kind of get her videos. I don't know, they like work to me. Like everyone else is just, I know she's also been kind of on her box grind as well, but everyone else is just like, yeah, so just draw 15,000 boxes and then you'll be able to draw your triangles in that box. And there you go. That's how you draw it. And I'm just like, huh? Where the fuck? It's like you just go suddenly from box to like a finished art piece. And I'm like, what about everything in between? And they're just like, yeah, so no, so you got to draw the box things. So I'm like, what do you mean? And she had a phrase that I thought was hilarious. You have to have fun before the mentals, which is the box shit, right? It just drives you fucking insane because I know I get that it would probably actually help me, and I have been drawing boxes like off stream because holy shit, imagine I'm already drawing the same fucking skull for like 5 days of stream now. But imagine drawing boxes for like 5 days of stream, and that's not even gonna be enough. So it's like, it's just not fun to draw boxes. It's kind of not even fun to draw the skull. So it's like you just sometimes have to draw what you want to draw. Unless you don't understand fundamental. Oh shit. So we'll get some people. I feel like I get the theory behind it. It's just like there's no motivation to do it. And I do also feel like even with this, that's not like a box. I get so fucking lost in like one of the box pages, for example. Like, let me move this. Oh fuck, that's right. I have to move it all. No. Can I move it all at once? No, can I do it like that? There we go. So like the boxes just end up completely unexplained for me. I don't know how to put it. Like, they'll be like, okay, so am I on white? Yeah, of course I'm on white. You draw the whole exercise where it's like you start like with your central box, the box, and usually they start like on a thing above it, right? Where it's like at an angle and it gets progressively more centered, but it's like at an angle, and then it's like the next one down, and then like at the very center is this one, and like out from it is like every angle, and it's like holy shit, I get it, but also like I'm so sick of drawing a fucking diamond basically, right? I'm sick of drawing this shit that like I already fucked up, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, yeah, I fucked up this line. But it's just like, it's too many lines, man. I'm not there. I don't know. It feels like it's harder than actually just drawing anything else. Like, Jesus Christ, I fucked that up. Wouldn't it, learning that perspective really help me? Probably. But I also feel like looking at what I want to draw and learning the shapes that way is going to help me better because otherwise I'm just looking at like here, and then like, and there you go, you have your hummingbird. I don't fucking know, bro. Like, what is that? I think this is one that I have seen where it's like you draw your boxes. This is one of the first ones I looked at that just didn't do it for me. But it's like you draw your boxes and then like from here like oh you make your cylinder or whatever, and then like you draw your eye and then like you draw your circle, and oh my god, look at how much your boxes helped you. And like I get it, I get the concept here. I'm really falling apart, but this is just so confusing to look at because now I have to go back and I have to fucking erase all of that, or like hide it, or I should have done it in a different color. And then like where does the drawing begin and start? Like what am I even doing? It doesn't do it. I can't do it. You just draw a circle, then a line down and across and go from there. Don't draw souls. Draw a face. I get it. I know. I've also had something called the Loomis method suggested to me. And I keep seeing that pop up everywhere too. And that's like I guess you draw like a circle, and then like you draw like that, so you kind of have like the skull shape or something, and then you like draw those, and then you have like that, and I think like that. So it's like there's your mouth, there's your chin, there's like your nose, there's your eye line, and then you're supposed to like come out from there, I think, and I don't know, something along this line. I was mostly doing skulls, not necessarily because I plan on like starting, an anime girl or something by drawing her fucking skeletal structure. It's because I feel like I really struggle with proportion and perspective. Oh, I know the box thing would probably help, but I felt like having these 3D models would really help, right? Because that gets me, like I'm doing here, the side profile. You don't do it, just draw. I mean, that's how I've been doing it, right? I just draw the fucking face. Usually, if it's a good one, if I can produce a good one, if ever I have, probably not. Um, I wing it, you know. I look at what I'm referencing because I just don't have the skill to like pump out whatever it is that's in my head. I just can't do it. So I need something to look at, and I just kind of like wing it, and I get like the general face, and then like the more completed version for the lart, and you know what I mean. But like I found, like I said, I always have like trouble with the eyes. I tried to keep them like one eye apart at least, and like I can kind of do a face on one pretty decently, you know, like head on I can kind of get something out, and then like I can just slowly, as I work on it and as I do hair, I can slowly like reshape the face and actually get something kind of decent. But I just found that especially things where like I'm looking, or the character's looking in any direction other than head on, like right at camera, I just couldn't do it. So like that's where the skull came in. And after that, again from PCAT, I was gonna do. She had this thing for, it's from Art Station, and it's like a polygonal like head statue bust, kind of. I mean, I think bust is technically bust up, so it's just a head. Um, my problem with this one has been that for some reason the fucking light is like infinitely spinning based on where your mouse is, and you have to pause it. But like in order to pause it, you have to move your mouse there. So you have to like send it flying and like time it. I don't know who invented this thing, but I figured after I get like skulls, I was gonna do the face. Because again, for me, it's about the proportions, trying to get like general eye location and nose location and mouth location, and then the perspective, like how the eye should look from a certain angle, because I'm just not doing it good. I'm not doing it right. Proportions tricky because style comes into it. Yeah, that's true, right? Uh, we have that era of like anime, for example, where all the girls looked like fucking pugs. Your art's usually inspired by anime and American cartoons. I guess if you like mix it, I don't know. I feel like American cartoons are weirdly generally like a little more human shaped, particularly like it's usually like the jawline. Like, they usually don't just have pointy chin, it's usually like squared. I guess not, especially now, not necessarily. Then again, like, probably most iconic cartoon is super rounded, right? Fucking Simpsons. Like, what's more iconic than that? That's sometimes they fucking take off Homer's goddamn like whole muzzle or bald chin Peter. But there are, like other obviously. I was thinking more along the lines of like old X-Men or like Invincible, where like, you know, they're kind of more human shaped and like their head is maybe less big. Most anime faces are based off cat faces. Oh. Oh. What the hell's going on over there? What are they doing? What are the cats doing over there? I feel like I should draw another skull, but I just don't want to. I struggled so much with this one. This is the only one I drew so far, and I usually try and get like two or three done. The cute proportion. Really? All right. New strategy unlocked? Draw cat. What if I just draw cats instead of people? Fuck them. What a person ever do for me, you know? Cat would never betray me. I'm just gonna try and fucking send it. I was having so much trouble earlier. I'm just sending something. This is gonna be like a full send it sketch. Whatever whatever happens, happens for a reason. Or some shit. I don't fucking know, man. How did I just like increase the fucking darkness of that line? And now it's back to normal. What did I do? I must have been pressing really hard or something. Bro, what am I doing? It's so ass. That's why you draw a mix of human. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Real cat drawer, huh? But what if cat? Thoughts? Bro, what am I drawing? What is this? What is that? It's not even on the original. How about fuck off? Thank you. There we go. Jesus. What the hell was I cooking up, man? Oh boy. I think after I finish the skull, well, I mean, I guess technically I'll never be finished with any of this, but after I get really sick of doing skull stuff on stream, I'll probably go back to drawing. Like, what I would do is I would like scroll Twitter because I follow a bunch of artists, um, and I would just like find something I thought was cool and maybe within the realm of sketching for me, or maybe would be difficult. I didn't always just like choose something that I knew I could pull off easily, and that a lot of times it looked like ass, but like I would do that and I would just use that as basically practice for me to like learn a little something something. And I'll probably go back to doing that just because I feel like there's a lot to be learned from that, because like I said, if I find something I like I'm more likely to want to draw it. And then if I like find something at a weird angle, it's good practice. Even if I don't know, if I've never done it before, I feel like I learn more from that than like almost anything else. Just like sending it. I think I went too far. I think we wanted it on that one. If I like it, it's good. That's a good theory. Good philosophy, rather. You draw things for advice. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, it really does help when you have someone who's like also who's like obviously way better than you and is also just like, yeah, so drawing boxes sucks. Nobody wants to do it. Sometimes you do have to. But like again, I have her to thank for the skull thing. I for a long time I was just completely avoiding um videos because I just every single one that I found was just not it. It was just always, yeah, so what you gotta do is you draw the box. And it just wasn't it, you know? Sometimes I just don't want to draw a box, all right? I feel almost like the box is a handicap that, like, maybe will help me in the short term, but in the long run, I think it's going to negatively affect me. If I only know how to do things by starting from a box, I think I'm just not going to know how to do things. Jesus, dude. Friend told you, unless you are doing semi-realism or realism digital art, don't worry about the proportions, draw how you want. It's pretty decent. I do, so, I mean, I can understand that from like a pretty broad perspective, but like, I feel like if I'm trying to draw anime, like I'm trying to draw it proportionate, I guess. Maybe that is just because it's my goal, but like, I don't know. It's like maybe it is. Yeah, it's just my goal. I want it to like look like anime if I'm gonna be drawing that, or um something I haven't really drawn one in a while, and I kind of wanted to maybe get one in today, or but I probably won't have time. But like I like drawing things that I collect as well. So like a watch. I haven't ever been able to draw one even remotely good, or knives, which I have done some decent knives, I feel like, at least sketch wise. But like, I don't know. I guess I just want them to look like how they look in my head when I'm like trying to pull it out, or if I'm like using something as um, a reference, either a real object or whatever. My goal is to like make it express it as what it is, whether or not that's necessarily, you know, one to one. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like there's certain proportions that I would like to get, and that's where like for me that comes in. But I definitely get like make it look how you want it to look, especially based on however you can pull it off, right? It's better to get it down and have it look like I have so many things that I tweeted that are just fucking ass, right? That I looked at something, it's literally just a sketch. It took me like 2 hours to do, and it's just not good, right? And I did it because I wanted to come closer to doing it the way that I wanted to do it. Did I do it good? No, I didn't do it justice in that it doesn't look like it, but I did it because how am I going to get to a point that I can do it justice if I don't at least try? You should start drawing Funko Pops. You should. I mean, that's got like a cartoony proportion to it. They have large heads. It's kind of like a little chibi, right? A little chibi action. I think that'd be cool, and you have it physically there. You might even find it's probably easier, right? I could probably just like screech out a knife that I use all the time, for example, and it would just actually like be decent. Um, I haven't done it in a while. I was practicing drawing a particular Uma Musume character called Rice Shower because I plan on actually drawing her. Not because I particularly like her. It's actually like some complicated shit post I'm thinking about doing. But there was a bit there where I could just kind of like get her likeness out. I've literally never played or watched the anime. It's literally about some creator asked someone else who's like a bigger artist to do it, and I drew a post-it note of rice put in a shower because I didn't actually even know what the character looked like. And I was gonna actually just like work on being able to get that person the the drawing they wanted as a shit post. But I obviously suck, so that's not really in the cards. Um, all right, so let's move that this way. But like, something you get familiar with will probably be easier. So like a Funko Pop would be easier to just look at and have. And you might find that it makes you better. I don't know. I feel like I get better when I draw the same thing over and over again. Am I specifically getting better at drawing that only? Maybe, but it doesn't feel like it because at the end of the day, I feel like it's increasing my like consistency with like lines and maybe with like Funko Pops, it might not translate that well to drawing anime styles or American styles, maybe because of the large head, but it should help overall, right? Tip you learned is there's only one eye in between both eyes. I had heard that one too. I think that was a PCAT thing for me. And take the eye you draw, copy, paste it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey. Thank you. I had heard that. As much as I have heard that though, I never really seem to pull it up. I just can't do it, man. I'm not that guy. I'm not him. I'm working on it though. Fuck, I really messed up the back of this. The back of your head is ridiculous, all right? Shit. God damn it. I feel like I just made it worse. All right. Somebody, if I were drinking right now, somebody should cut me off because what the fuck is that? We're just gonna move on and pretend we didn't just do that to her or him. It actually, would we be able to tell? Do you know what I mean? PCAT is the GOAT. Yeah, I feel like I said, this is from PCAT. I agree. Definitely a big help. It's also crazy to see like she'll be like questioning herself, you know? Like is saying this isn't good or, not good enough. And I'm just like, bruh, what do you mean it's perfect? There was one she did actually that I thought her old version was better, but it's also subjective, right? If she likes what she's changing it to more than what she had, I want to say it was maybe her eye thing, one of her eye things. because that's mostly what I try to learn because I really just can't do eyes. Um, Christ, why is it, bro? This head's so lumpy, bro. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh, not the lumpy head. Jesus, I hate it here. There's some different. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I I don't even know, man. I don't even know what the hell my skull looked like. I'm about to take it out and clean it and check for myself. How you know she's a real artist? Yeah. I feel like she's better than like 90% of the ones I see that are like coming across on Twitter that are just like popping the fuck off. It's just so strange. I think the main difference is I guess I don't know what I should probably see if she has a Twitter. That'd be smart, but or a blue ski, but you know, it would probably maybe I don't know that she does this, but it would probably behoove her, I guess, if she wanted fame to just drop porn, right? Because that's usually what comes across, just like big-breasted, fat-ass, kind of spilling out, which is fine, It's, who doesn't? Who doesn't enjoy it? But that's usually like what pops the fuck off on Twitter, and it's just like the focus there is on the body and not like the necessarily the skill. And there's obviously they're all better than me, that's for sure, but I feel like she absolutely like blows them out of the water. It's crazy. I think I just drew a fucking pug, by the way. I think this is a pug skull. Fucking flat ass nose, bulging eyes. Yeah, dude. What am I doing? Whose fucking dog is this? Too much nose room. Even this skull could breathe. Oh fuck. Bro. Not Puggles, man. I kind of I was hoping I'd get good enough to draw like a skull but like anime style. I kind of wanted to do a shit post where it's like the old anime girl thing where like the eyes are just massive. So just like draw massive eye sockets and a tiny nose. I thought that would be fucking hilarious, but I'm not that guy. Definitely not that guy. I think a big part of my problem is I am drawing like relatively 2D, but I'm drawing a 3D thing because like I just don't really have the skill to do a lot of this. And so like things that come off perfectly fine in 3D are effectively impossible to capture with my skill level in 2D. So like the back of this head here, I just don't have like what should be, I guess, like wrapped around and then like shaded differently according to the angle and like give you the feeling of contour. Because I don't know how to do that. I don't have that. Right? That's part of why I'm doing this. And like the next step was hopefully, I don't have time for it tonight, but this morning. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? But like hopefully I can get a little more shading in rather than just the block shading. Here they're trying to breed the bad out. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Like they're unpugging pugs because the pugs are suffering and they're like extremely prone to eye problems. They have tons of breathing problems. I think they like generally don't live as long as even other small dogs, and generally small dogs live longer than large dogs. It's just like, I mean, they should. I feel like what I've seen is like a pug colored chihuahua. So it's like maybe pug size, but has like a chihuahua head. And honestly, I think it's kind of cuter. I don't know. The pugs kind of remind me of like an alien sometimes. Projects are popping up. Let's go. I think it's kind of strange that like that's what we did to dogs when we basically already had something that looked like how we made a pug look in a cat. But I guess also cats are like the top tier predator. Let's face it. If cats were dog sized, there would be no humans. I mean, I know we have like mountain lions and shit, but like I mean like in cat number. In domestic cat number, if they were the size of a dog, it'd be all over. Biggest domestic cat is a Maine Coon. Yeah, those things are fucking huge. They're like 3 feet long. Look, all I'm saying is if a cat were the size of a Great Dane, I would ride it. All right, I would ride that thing into battle, put a saddle on it, get an axe, and just start. That's true, right? I mean, technically, like all cats are dog size because I've seen some tiny ass little chihuahuas that like you can literally just pick up in your hand and they're full grown. If tiger not, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, why is the bear got a snout if I'm not supposed to boop it? Yeah, right. Why does it roll over on its belly if I'm not supposed to scratch that tiger belly? I don't understand. If it didn't want to be cute, it wouldn't be cute. Therefore, it must be domesticatable. Bullshit. Fucking, I hate it. But I'm gonna get off for now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for believe it or not, I feel like you really helped me out because I was really struggling, and having someone to talk to and take my mind off of how fucking bad I was doing really helped me. But I'm gonna get off for now. So thanks for being here. Anytime. Well, what a treat. Thank you. And also thanks for any and all of advice and info about Clip Studio. But I will hopefully catch you next time, whenever that is. But thanks for being here, and I'll see you then. Bye.